welcome to another real-time composing session. We have been briefed to create a dreamy and magical cue. So as it says here, we're shifting into a world of ethereal beauty and enchantment. Imagine the magical feeling of finding the one. Life-changing moment, uplifting, fantastical, otherworldly scene. So we need to get wonder and joy into our cues. Musically, we're thinking of celeste, harp, glocks, airy pads, flowing strings, and trying to create a light mood that's gentle and fluid, as it says here, carries the listener through the moment. The references are things like dreamy gown reveals on Say Yes to the Dress, stuff like that. So I've got my template open, I'm ready to go with the piano. I need to come up with some chords. So let's find some. Okay, so the idea here is we are using a C pedal note. We are going to the Lydian mode. So in C major, we are raising the fourth from an F to an F sharp. And that gives us chords like D major over C. So C, D major over C, F major over C, and G over C. So we're borrowing a bit from the Lydian mode, a bit from the major mode, but that sharp 4 really gives a bit of ethereal motion. So we should be able to add that in to some sort of melody. I'm going to have to extend this out because we want an intro part, and that's probably going to alternate between that C and the D major over C, and probably strings and harp are probably next on my list to get that going. Here we go with some strings and harp. So the strings are going up C, D, C, D. And now we need something to hold out the bass pedal note of A, C. So let's maybe find some trombones with some rhythm and some low cello and bass perhaps. Now we've got some trombones in and some cello. I've actually put these as longs because I'm holding the C but alternating the top note to match with the change to the D chord. That might change in the future if we put bass in just to do that low C. Bear in mind I'm in 6/8 at 92 BPM, so we've got this now. Probably going to put some sparkles in with some celeste and glock now and build up the rest of the backing. So everything's getting a little bit more magical now. We've got celeste doing some slow runs, and each one is followed by the glock. So all together get this sort of effect. Next, I'm going to be looking for some bigger bass sounds, maybe some synth pads to add in as well. See you in a bit. What we have now is I've temporarily taken out the glocks here. What we've got is Arcus veiled to the outside, which is this sound. Along with the bass from BBC SO now, holding out that pedal tone on the C. And I've also played around with adding mosaic bass, rusted pumper. Together it all sounds like this. I don't think we need that extra. I'm not going to delete it because I think it might come in useful later on if I'm short of a layer to build up, or maybe use it in a B section breakdown. That'll be for the next episode. Last thing I want to do now is come up with some percussion that's going to join in. It might be a snare drum on its own from BBC SO. We might have a look at some Damage or Uncharted. Who knows? There we go. For percussion, we've added in the snare one from BBC SO, doing a rhythmic pattern. And I've also found a pattern from Damage, which I quite like. Mixes well with the snare. I also decided to compose a sort of ending section, which is just basically A flat, B flat, back to C. That will do it for part one of putting this together. So I've got a whole chunk of instruments I can use. I've got an ending, and we can layer these in and out in part two. I hope you found that fun. Why not have a go at doing it yourself? Like and subscribe, always appreciated. See you in the next one.